All right, let's talk about a word you probably hear constantly, globalization. But look, let's just forget the super dry, dusty textbooks for a minute. We're going to talk about this as the story of our lives. I mean, how we are all connected in this one big, complex, and honestly fascinating global story.
So this quote, it really gets right to the heart of the whole thing. The key phrase to lock onto here is everything is interconnected. It sounds simple, right? But the implications are, well, they're massive. Think about it. A decision made in a factory like halfway across the world can literally affect the air we breathe right here. It means none of us are really on an island when it comes to the challenges we face or the good stuff we celebrate.
And this idea of interconnection, well, it has two very different faces, which you can see right here. On one hand, you've got this incredible promise of cooperation. You know, all these nations working together on big, shared goals. But then, on the flip side, you have the danger of shared crises. Things like a pandemic or environmental damage. Stuff that just doesn't care about borders and ends up affecting every single one of us.
And just to really drive that point home, check out this contrast. On one side, you have the ideal, this vision of a world without walls where everyone can connect freely. And then you have the reality. Borders, fences, all these divisions that are still a massive part of our so-called globalized world. It's that constant push and pull, that tension, that makes this whole topic so crucial to get our heads around.
Okay, so a world connected. What is globalization, really? We've seen the two sides of the coin, right? The promise and the peril. But what are we actually talking about here? Let's dive in and get to the core of what this word even means.
All right, so if you strip away all the jargon, it really just comes down to this. It's the process of the world becoming more and more linked up. Kind of like a giant spider web, you know? And the really crucial part is that every little vibration on that web, doesn't matter if it's good or bad, ends up creating consequences that, yep, we all share.
And this really visualizes that web perfectly. This isn't just some abstract, high-level idea. No way. It's the actual products we buy, the ideas we're sharing, the cultures we get to experience. Every single one of those things weaves together a real, tangible network that ties us all together, from what we buy to what we believe.
So let's talk about the two sides of globalization, a global balancing act. How does all this connection lead to that central tension we mentioned? If it's creating both good and bad consequences, what exactly are the two sides of this balancing act? You know, the source material calls this the Great Debate, and that's exactly what it is. It's this constant balancing act. On one side, you've got these incredible opportunities. Think about access to new medicines or amazing technologies. But on the other side, you have some very real challenges, like jobs being moved or serious environmental strain. It's never, ever just one or the other. All right, Section 3, why it matters to you, bringing the world home. I mean, what does this huge global idea have to do with you and your everyday life? Well, it turns out, everything. This isn't some abstract thing for politicians or economists to worry about. It's personal. So, let me ask you, how does globalization appear in your life today? Just take a second and actually think about it. Where did you see it, or hear it, or maybe even taste it? Just today. I bet the answer is way closer than you think. I mean, look at your daily dose of globalization. It's the music you're streaming from, say, another country. It's the ingredients in the food you eat. It's the international news you follow on your phone. The stuff you buy that was made thousands of miles away. Even the online communities you're a part of. That right there is globalization happening in your life every single day.
Okay, so this brings us to your toolkit for tomorrow, essential skills for a connected world. If we're living in this super connected world, how do we actually navigate it successfully? Well, the source material lays out a pretty clear roadmap, a toolkit of skills you need to not just survive, but actually thrive.
So here it is, your 3-step toolkit. First up, develop cultural awareness. That means understanding and respecting different cultures, including your own, by the way. Number 2, master collaborative work. You've got to be able to work creatively with other people to reach a common goal. And third, communicate your ideas. You have to be able to share your perspective effectively and clearly. Seriously, in our connected world, these are not soft skills, they're superpowers, for real. And you know what? That brings us full circle, right back to where we started. Remember that key phrase from the opening quote? Collaborative efforts are essentially required? Those skills we just talked about, awareness, collaboration, communication, they're not just about getting a good job. They are the essential tools we need to solve the huge, shared problems of our interconnected world.
So at the end of the day, globalization isn't just something that's happening to us. We're all in it. We are all active players shaping this connected world with every single choice we make, which leaves us with one last big question to think about. In our connected world, what's your next move? What part are you going to play?